Okay, sound. Can you hear me? I should be back on. Yay! Anyway, so what I was talking about here on the ES, both ES and NASDAQ, we started off range bound on those two, thinking that we want to be in a more of a range bound. They turned out to be a little bit more of a sell-off kind of a day, that this tax sell-off stuff which is going on. And you can see the names which are going to hit are getting hit are the ones which are pretty profitable throughout the last year. So it's kind of what it is. Right now, it looks like they're trying to grind back on the ES, a nice little retracement rally here at the 2 o'clock hour. But as I said, it's when they were trading here in this chop, I was thinking in this whole choppy area, I was thinking range bound trading. I was looking at expecting them to try to take it lower. It turned out to be just a big fake out, big fake out on the downside. Got people caught on the wrong side, and then look at that reversal. And you kind of had to be prepared for that stuff. It can happen, and the only way you protect yourself is like on the way down. It said, "Yes, have a tight stop." You get stopped out, and that's about it. Now on the way up here, I tried on the Nasdaq a short trade on the way on the pullback, and it just and you can tell right away it went down. It's right there. It went to break even, then stopped me out, and I said so. I didn't try it again. I figured out I was tempting to hop on a long trade, but on the Nasdaq at least, and same as the ES, really, you can see how to run right into resistance and starts heading high, start into the lower end of this band and the upper end of the band, and then you have the prior area congestion. So it's a big area of congestion all the way up here. So if you're in a long trade, yeah, try to run it with it. But if you're not, it's like you don't want to buy into any of those areas because you never know how far they're going to take it. And the fact that they took it all the way up to the mean is pretty unheard of. Not unheard of, but it is a unusual circumstance when they get that far down. I did take a few trades here on the ES when it came up to the mean. I tried a retest failure at the mean. They ran me over on that one, put me back a little bit. I tried a long trade, was a shakeout. I tried a short trade shakeout. It's like, oh, great. So I just can't stick with the trade. And since then, I didn't do anything. And you can see it's just slopping back and forth. So nothing really to trade unless you're trying to scalp the edges on it. But it's sloppy. So I didn't re-engage it after that on the ES. I'm down 11 right now on 11 round turn. So I was up a little bit in the morning, but pretty much it's been a day of a couple of winners, a lot of small winners, a couple of losers, and then some net a little bit to the downside. On the Nasdaq, it's a lot weaker on the Nasdaq. We're thinking range bound trading there too. Below that level, the 550s, we were leaning short, and man, they took it lower. They took out the low of New Year's Eve, and then they haven't really gone up above it. So Nasdaq pretty weak, and that's a lot of big techs getting hammered or profit taking is what's going on there. So we'll see how you keep persistent in another few days. I tried a few trades on the Nasdaq also late in the afternoon here. I had this little short trade on the pullback. I've been thinking, well, the idea was, I think, are we going to see some continuation to the downside? Did not happen. Got shaken out of that one. And then on the way down here, after the big run up here, finally started subsiding. So on the way down here, try to get long against it. It's kind of the Tablet here, Tablet and a couple of levels. So it's this level reverse retest at that level. I bought that, and I got low ticked on that fucker. So I mean, low ticked. And then I tried a short trade up here, got also shaken out of that trade, and another short trade got shaken out, another short trade got shaken out. I'm trying to get short on this one for thinking that this reverse retest is failing. Keep getting shaken out. I tried then a long trade up here on the way up, and that one turned out to be pretty much a shakeout as well. So now that's going sideways. I'm still thinking failure to take out this level could result in a little bit of selling. So far, hasn't really materialized. So I don't know. We'll see. If it closes above the 440s, we may have a shot of a retracement trade in the overnight. If they close and stay below this level, 440s, we're going to start off the short side, looking to sell strength. So they close below 440. We're looking to sell it for 440s at that point, and the 500 and the 550s, these three resistance areas. And on the ES, they are kind of up above it. So in the ES, we're kind of starting off more range bound. If they close below this 6890s, we're going to be starting on the short side. But if they close above it, we'll start off range bound and see if they can retrace a little bit. So that's kind of where we go with ES. So far, yes, a lot of round turns today. Hasn't been really a few nice runs throughout the day. If you can get on them, I tried a few times trying to get on the right side of a moves, but they've been so volatile. at least within each bar here. So it's been just a lot of shakeouts. So it just churns your account, and then uh, if you a couple of losers put you back in the hole, and you had to churn it back, and it's just one of those days. So anyway, light volume, early, a lot of profit taking, selling, and stuff going on like that. It's not completely unheard. But I'm still looking for a little bit of potential weakness. I'm not seeing that big strength I was expecting. This little move here after the 2 o'clock hour is more like a technical FU type move. They're shaking out all the week long, so he's stepping in front of it, trying to get short. They're all getting run out of the market. But reverse retest at 440s, if that holds, stay on the short side. On the ES, if they close below that 68.90, stay on the short side. Otherwise, stay range bound on the ES going into the overnight. On the bond market, I haven't done any trading on the bond market. I've been looking at it. There've been actually a few setups on the bond market, but it's been the only setup which worked was really this one here between the London close and the 2 o'clock hour. On the way down here, nothing. Close. I think I was close to hopping on a trade right here at the open, but that thing started trading lower, so I never did it. But you can see here, and I was looking to buy against this low at the 1430s, but once they started taking this lower in K period, I figured like, okay, maybe they'll take it lower then, so I'm not doing that. And they never kind of set up after that. They had a couple of other bars that's going sideways like this. But it is not what the kind of setup you're looking for, so I didn't do anything with it. It did pop a little bit afterwards, but it's not the setup. I'm looking for a setup like this one here, that when they actually stall. And this one pulled back a little bit, then stalled again. But as long as you stall like that, you're looking at a potential nice little trade. So only one setup here, but I kind of missed that one. So, but the bond market is to the downside. I would look to sell early strength against the 1504s, the upper edge at 1512, and then against the 1516s here for rotations down. And that's where we're going to start off the overnight on the bonds. So starting with a slight bias to the downside on the bonds, and then we'll see how that develops. All right, back to the ES and the NASDAQ, and okie doke, we're looking at okay, we'll see if you get some weakness here now. It's anyone's guess. They're at that churning. They haven't no pressure one way or the other. It's kind of churning back and forth there. So if they start selling off, it could be pretty violent. It could happen here in like 8 minutes at the 10 minutes before the close. Usually you get some action. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pop something on there. We'll see if they because I'm a little bit with commission. I'm a little bit underwater, but it's pretty much a break-even day. So. Or probably just a little bit. Giving commission, you're a little bit underwater, but let's see how it develops. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you back on Monday. It is Friday, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank God it's Friday. It's just kind of a weird day since it's between holidays, between days off like this. But anyway, we'll leave it. I'll see you back on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. All right, guys, later.